This is day one of part two of my ADHD medication titration. So I'm up to 40 milligrams of Lisdexamfetamine. And at first, it didn't seem to be making any difference whatsoever. It didn't feel any different. My blood pressure was still okay. I still felt okay to drive. But then it seemed to have a little bit of an impact on my autism traits and my need for things to be done in a certain way or not done in a certain way. Caused massive great big argument, and then I've just been emotionally dysregulated for the rest of the day, and I feel really tired. My eyes are sore um, from getting upset mostly, and it's just a bit of a thumbs down from me for today, and I hope that things improve and that it's not going to make my autistic traits significantly more prominent, that it's going to be causing problems with other people around me. So, day one, it's a no. Hi, just a quick update on the titration of the ADHD medication, Lisdexamfetamine, which goes under the name of Elvanse in the UK or Vyvanse in the USA. So I'd started off on the 30 milligrams and I was on that for 4 weeks. And then I was moved on to 40 milligrams for 2 weeks. And the start of that was, I guess the first day was really a little bit intense and brought out more of my autistic traits, resulted in dysregulation and arguments, etc. And then after the first day or so, I didn't really feel that much different. I think it's definitely increased my focus, my ability to focus, especially at work, and it has calmed down the chatter in my head. But it doesn't feel as different as I would expect it to, and the drug itself doesn't seem to. You can't really feel it apart from the first couple of days that you are moving up onto a new dose. So, this is the start of 2 weeks at 50 milligrams before my next medication review. And the first day, which was a couple of days ago, I don't think it was too bad really. Yesterday, I ended up being really overstimulated, so I got loads done, but I actually felt the feeling like what it's like for somebody who's got the physical hyperactivity, because they're always asking you, do you feel like you're driven by a motor? And quite often I do not feel like I'm being driven by a motor. I wish I did have a motor to drive me most of the time. But yesterday, oh my God, so felt like I was driven by a motor. I got loads of my housework done. I really blitzed the place. I got rid of stuff that I'd been keeping just in case it might, because just in case it might come in useful. So yeah, I had a bit of a clear out, a very good clean. Not that I have a day house, but I was, yeah, doing upstairs and downstairs cleaning yesterday. And I did feel like I was being driven by a motor. I had to actually force myself to have a rest at one point. So it is quite stimulating for those first few days, but then I don't get that stimulant effect once my body's got used to the next dose. I I don't know, it just makes me more able to do things and I guess cope with the day a little bit better. So it's definitely a bonus. I At this point I'm hoping that it will continue to be so, but I'm not sure I really want to go any higher dose wise than this. I can sleep. I haven't had any problems sleeping. It always wears off before I go to bed. Um, yeah, it's interesting. Interesting that something that would be a stimulant for most people, actually, most of the time, I feel tired and I'm quite calm though. So it's continued to make me feel tolerant of other people. Not totally tolerant, but a lot better than I was. And it has continued to calm the mind a bit, make me feel more calm when I'm driving, as well as being able to focus and get on with stuff without getting distracted by too many other things. It's not a total cure. Well, it's not a cure at all, but it's not a total cure of the distractions. Because I once I get on a tracker doing something, I can get distracted by something else that needs doing and start doing that instead. But I'm still able to focus on the thing that I am doing at the time. And I haven't got like a million zillion thoughts going through my head and 3 tracks of music playing at the same time. So all is looking good. And I'll check back in when I'm on the final dose, whether it's that they keep me at 50 or whether they move me up to 70, which is the highest dose that you can be prescribed of lisdexamfetamine. Hi, so I am now on day 4 of the 50 milligram dose of lisdexamfetamine, and my body doesn't seem to be getting used to this dose quite as quickly as it has got used to the previous two levels with 30 and then the 40 milligrams. It is a little bit overstimulating, so it's making me feel more like somebody with hyperactive ADHD. It's been making me a little bit shaky. It's been giving me a little bit of a headache as it's starting to wear off. And I've still been, it's like wired but tired. So I have still been tired at the same time as feeling sort of all over the place and a bit overstimulated. And I'm hoping that it's going to settle down, because if it doesn't, I think I'll be asking to go back to the 40 milligram dose, because it was having some effect and it was helping me with my focus, but I certainly don't want to be feeling like this every day. So honest but not very great review today of how things are going with the 50 milligrams of lisdexamfetamine. I have my medication review in 2 days' time, so if it hasn't changed by then, I guess I will be asking the question about whether this dose is actually a little bit too much for my system. So I'll post another update if anything changes or if things improve, and fingers crossed they do.